So how did you feel when you first read the script?
The script was the reason I wanted to do the movie, because I loved this original premise that David S. Goyer had come up with, that, you know, the forest reflects your own inner demons to you, your own baggage, history, unprocessed basically. And, you know, who doesn't have that? So I found it sort of, you know, Grimm's fairy tale-esque, sort of steeped in a long lineage of really good storytelling, that you face your inner self. And that's what horror does when it does it well, is it acts as a metaphor for, you know, your own psychology, so.
Absolutely, yeah, that's great, thank you. And what was it like playing opposite yourself?
It was a trying day at work. When I did that first scene you see at the top of the movie where the girls are talking to each other. Fascinating what you can do with technology now, that on a monitor on the spot you can split the screen and see. I mean, you have to jump into your first choices when you play the first side, and then you can react in retrospect from the other side. But it is a weird one not having someone to react against. I mean, I have a lot of respect for Tom Hardy that he did a whole movie of it. I felt like if I'd have done more scenes like this, I might have gotten better at this.
That was great. And Sarah and Jess deal with their past in different ways. What was the biggest challenge in developing their characters?
The biggest, yeah, well, making them both feel real, I think, because like you say, they are textbook example, really, of the polar opposite way of a human being can process trauma. One being the overachieving, repressed, conservative one, and the one going just wild and facing her inner demons in a very self-destructive way. So the fact that they were sort of archetypes, trying to bring them closer to the middle ground and make them feel like real people, really.
Great, thank you. And you shot in Japan and Serbia, is that right?
Yeah, we were a week in Japan and then the rest in Serbia.
What was your favourite shooting location and why?
Oh, what a lovely question. It was very special driving around Tokyo in the rain. I think our cinematographer, the amazing Danish Mathias Torstrup, was overjoyed when the rain came. That's the sort of thing you can't plan. And with all the neon lights of Tokyo, it had this sort of Blade Runner kind of like water on neon effect. That was a nice way to start, because we went more or less in chronological order, which is unheard of on a movie. So to be my first day submerged and have that culture shock that Sarah actually has, because I'd never been to Japan before, it was sort of the perfect way to kick off the process.
Great, thank you. And it's a very physical role. What was the toughest day on set?
Falling through that sinkhole. It's a very emotional scene. You know, she basically has a mini breakdown once she's fallen down that hole and hurt herself. And there were a lot of creepy crawlies in that earth. They'd literally taken a load of earth from the forest and just dumped it on the soundstage. So I remember, I didn't complain during the time, I'm a professional, but at the end of the day, I did say, next time I'm rolling around in a ton load of dirt, can we sieve it for creepy crawlies, please? Because a few worms and spiders went down the bra that day as well.
Amazing. And what was the most fun day?
The most fun? Any day that involved Taylor Kinney. I mean, the guy is just a joy. He's such a great guy, funny, witty, laid back, has a natural charisma, which I think he brings to Aidan. And he had a lot of fun playing that character. It's almost like what I experience when I play Marjorie Terrell. It's playing that ambiguity. So he was very playful. He was up for a little bit of improv. And yeah, especially that bar scene where we're all talking to each other, drinking beer. And actually, without spoiler alert, the end cabin scene with him was a lot of fun too. So I had a lot of fun with Taylor.
Great, very cool. And are you a fan of the horror genre in general, and what specific films do you like?
It will surprise you to know, I like psychological horror, hence my attraction to the forest. So The Shining would be right up there in the classics, but you know, the others, The Orphanage. I'm quite a big fan of Spanish and Hispanic horror because I don't know if it's their magic realism is their heritage, but they're very good at the genre. And I enjoyed It Follows a couple of years ago. I thought that was another one that really got right in between the cracks. So I'm a scaredy cat. I don't have a high scare threshold, but I try.
Fantastic. And just quickly, last question. How did you feel when you first watched The Forest with an Audience? Did it scare you? Did you feel their fear?
I'm ashamed to say I jumped. Because you're like, girl, you should know where the jumps are. You should know where the scares are. But I did actually jump a couple of times. So that was quite amusing. Because, of course, once you add the sound design and the music does so much, I did feel removed from it. So, no, it was, I did jump, a bit embarrassing.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
And, yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.